Hello and namaste. In this video we are going to discuss about the dynamics of change. How does change happen basically? So we all have some bad habits that we want to change, right? We all have some bad habits and we want to change, but whenever we try to change them, it sooner or later comes back, we relapse or something or the other happens and we are unable to do that. Why is that? Because the habits basically are the leaves of the tree, and this is coming from a famous philosopher Osho and Bhagwan Rajneesh. Habits are like leaves of tree. You keep on cutting bad habits and it's not going to help because new leaves are going to sprout up. Okay, so to understand why the unwanted habits are coming, you need to understand your own emotions, you need to understand your own thoughts, you need to understand your own desires and figure out what are the roots of those leaves. What are the roots? And just observing the roots and understanding the roots is going to help you avoid any particular bad habit, any particular problem. So if you want to change, if you are a smoker and you want to stop smoking, okay, just saying that I will stop smoking and just using willpower may help you to some extent, but there is again a possibility that you might relapse and go back to smoking again. Okay, it can help you, but it's possible you might relapse. It's important to understand that why do you smoke, what makes you smoke, what does smoking give you, and these are all chunking in mechanism. You are going into and gathering more information why you do some particular something. Okay, why you do that. If you are going ahead and checking out a lot of dating apps, swiping again and again, you have to ask and still feeling undesired, you have to ask it, is it really important? Is it making my mindset better? Is it helping me get my dates? Is it helping me be happier? This is chunking in. When you have all the information in place, you can decide whether you have to continue or whether you don't have to continue. Okay, so chunking in and chunking out again is very important. You need to understand the roots of the problem. Okay, so once you understand, like smoking makes you congested in the chest, it makes your breath smell bad, you feel relaxed, you feel amazing, you feel calm, you feel composed, you feel like you do not care about others. This is what I feel when I smoke, and I rarely smoke. Okay, and then you can decide and weigh whether damaging your lungs, damaging your heart, damaging your health, damaging your skin, inflaming your entire body weighs in with the other side that produces you calm, composure, feeling a part of community, feeling a part of your friend circles, everything. Does it weigh? And then you can decide how often you want to smoke. Maybe you want to smoke only once a month, just feel, and maybe you don't want to smoke at all. You can also figure out the good things you can also find the good things and give it a replacement. Like the emotions or the feeling that you have are not always bad. They just need to be valued, and they just pick any habit they can, consciously or unconsciously, to help themselves. Okay, so once you figure out what are the good things you get from smoking or any other activities that you want to avoid, you just find them a replacement. Maybe feeling calm, composure, you need to do exercise more, you need to do yoga, you need to meditate. Okay, once you begin to give them replacement, and once the replacement gives much more benefit than the bad habit, the bad habit drops in itself. Like if you stop the flow of water to one of the leaves, the leaf will dry off and just fell off. This is the best way of leaving any bad habit that you have, and this is how you change. Okay, this is a wonderful part of dynamics of change, and it took me a lot of research to come up with this. I personally, using just blind willpower, just to focus, just to leave everything, be it pornography, be it drinking, being smoking, and I never indulged too much in them, but as I was growing up through the teen years, as everyone does, I also had some challenges with them, and I used to always use my willpower to stay away from them. Okay, but one day I was listening to Jiddu Krishnamurti, then Osho and various other philosophers. I came to the conclusion that I am using my willpower to stay away, but one day it will happen that my willpower will die and these things will come running back. And that's what happened when I stopped using my willpower to stay away from these things. Okay, suddenly I was obsessed with these things. Okay, and I was like, I made no progress. And this is what happens to people who practice celibacy. Okay, they think they are pure, they are purifying themselves, but once that particular willpower dies, or once they lose that willpower, maybe they are intoxicated, they lose everything in a glimpse, and the progress that they made was nothing. So in essence, as I progressed further, as I understood these things further, I realized that I need to chunk in and chunk out. I need to understand what benefit I get from these activities and what benefits I don't. Okay, and I need to weigh the pros and cons and select the right alternative for these particular actions. And once I realized that I used to watch pornography because I wanted a romantic connection, friendly connection, and once I started moving in that particular direction, this just fell off. I never had the need to watch pornography anymore. Similarly, once I realized that I can get much more benefit and calm and composure by meditation, I never had the need to smoke. Similarly with drinking, once I realized that I could just connect with others via my own self, by accepting my own self, by understanding my own self, I can approach strangers and talk to them and befriend them without the need of any other substance, I had no need for alcohol. Okay, so those habits just fell off, and I was never like completely into them, not obsessed with them, too much habituated by them, but that just fell off. Even if I did just once a month, it just fell off, and I never even did it in a year. I never even thought about doing it. It seemed like a waste of time. Your body wants to conserve energy, and body wants what's the best for you, and it's trying to conserve the energy and trying to choose what's best for you. But if you give it the right information, only then can it decide the right thing for you. So it's important you find the right information whenever you're trying to make change in life, and that is only possible when you're doing chunking in and chunking out. Okay, so that's all for this video. I was trying to explain to you the dynamics of change. This is just one part of the video. There will be more parts about dynamics of change, and I hope you learned something from this video. If you did, please like this video, subscribe to my channel on YouTube. It's Yoga Mind Mastery and Veer Confidence. You can also follow me on the same link on Instagram, and you can ask me any questions over there. That's all for this video. I hope you learned something from this video. If you did, please like this video. If you're watching this on course, please give me a 5-star review. I would love to make more videos for you. Thank you and namaste.